Hello, and welcome to day 40 of the Kingdom Marriage Daily Devotional.
Happy
And
New Year.
I am
to
holding
everybody.
it again with my hand. Something's going on with the tripod. So
Yeah, but listen, Happy New Year's, everybody. 2020 was a year. I won't say good or bad, but looking forward to 2021 with what we learned, which is a lot in 2020. All right, lesson 40. Kingdom couples trust God's design.
but you ain't turn your phone off. It's dinging.
Oh, my phone is dinging. Pause.
You checking me on mine to see if mine was on Do Not Disturb.
I did.
And here you go.
I know.
So while he is going, okay. I
I'm
was
back.
about to entertain the people.
Oh my God! Don't
I was about to
entertain the people.
entertain them.
No telling what you would have done, boy. You got that thing wiggling. I don't want people to. Okay.
Oh, I'm
you got
sorry.
a steady hand.
I'm
Okay,
sorry.
here we go. Quote: "All to Jesus I surrender. All to Him I freely give." I feel like
I can't believe you ain't singing. I was just about to say.
I will ever love and
You was gonna
trust
sing it.
Him. In His presence daily live. I surrender all, surrender.
No. Stop right there.
Okay.
That was just saying.
I had to break out in the hymn. That's such a good hymn. Written by Judson W. Van Deventer. Okay. So, that's the quote. Lesson: Jesus and the Father.
So close.
I know, yeah, that's better. Jesus and the Father were one, even while the Son dwelled on earth as a human. But Jesus knew the unimaginable pain and suffering that waited for him in crucifixion and death as the sacrificial lamb for all of mankind. He asked God to take the cup of suffering from him and make another way. Yet, Jesus prayed, "Yet not my will, but yours be done."
Lord have mercy.
Luke chapter 22, verse 42.
Oh, I know. What that was.
The key word in Jesus' divine example of submission is choice. It wasn't force. Submission that must be forced is not submission. Nor is the submission of the wife to her husband absolute, since her greater commitment is to the Lord. Submission comes from the Greek word hupotasio, I guess I'm saying that right, which means to willingly place oneself under the authority of another. This is what Christ demonstrated on the cross. God calls husbands to willingly place themselves under Christ and call wives to willingly place themselves under God and their husbands.
Come on, man.
1 Corinthians 11th chapter 3rd verse. In case y'all want to know where that's coming from, that ain't us. Submission doesn't imply an inferior status or value. When God calls wives to submit to their husbands, He asks them to trust in His design for marriage. Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good topic right here. First question: do you have a positive or negative view of submission in marriage?
I want you to answer that first.
First off, I'm gonna try to make a long story short.
Oh, you're not gonna hit that with a yes or no? I just want you to hear your yes or no.
Yes or no? Yes, I have a very positive view of submission in marriage.
And I'll say yes, I do too.
But
And you got a story. Okay.
Yes, and it starts from when I was a young kid, going to my grandparents' house.
Oh my God, that is not what submission. Go ahead.
Listen, she knows the story. And I saw my granddad sitting at the table, getting ready to eat, and he had 10. I think they had 10 children. No, they had more than 17. My dad had 10. 17 children. So they were always, somebody cooking, somebody prepping the table, somebody, cleaning. They had a factory of aunts and uncles doing that. Well, my granddad's tea was low, and all he had was ice, and he shook the ice and put it on the table. And out from the back comes my grandmother with a pitcher of tea, poured in some tea, and walked to the back. Now, I admit that's a skewed vision, but that was my vision of submission. I later learned through, Bible teachings and life lessons that is not submission.
Because you got the first time to shake your glass of tea, ice at me, and expect me to come up here with some tea.
So apparently that did not work.
See, I'm about to cuss on
in modern life.
You gonna have me
because
cussing on the
you
Jesus.
move it back. We so close, baby.
My arm ain't that long. Can you hold it?
I'll hold it. So yeah,
I'll hold it, bro. I'll hold it. It hurt my thumb anyway.
So yes, that was my view.
I'm mad now. They just made me mad.
Don't get mad because I'm not like
and
that.
I consider myself to be submissive.
You are.
And like with a servant heart.
Yes.
But I want you to shake your ice at me.
Listen, it asked my view. That was my view. But I have changed.
And it's positive.
I have evolved to understand what submission truly means. All right.
Well, mine is positive. My mother was submissive and very smart, very capable, and had great input, which my father definitely took. And they were partners. But I was able to witness a beautiful partnership that was in line the way the Bible said it was supposed to be. And so it was a positive thing for me. Yeah. Because I liked the way they did it.
Right.
You want me to read this? You got it.
I got it. What has influenced your thoughts and feelings about submission?
Oh, I just answered that.
You did?
Yeah. Watching people around me. Because I have seen people do it the wrong way too. Right. And sometimes it can turn into abuse when, men are being controlling or like treating women like children. Correct. And not partners. Like that's not the way it's supposed to be. And it can be wrong when the flip side, when the woman is like, I'm not submitting to nothing you're saying. I'm running my own house.
Correct.
And then that can be out of order and you're missing some blessings by not being under the umbrella that he designed.
Well, here's what influenced my thought. Like I said, I had a skewed vision at first, but like she was saying, more controlling, and that's not submissive. Submissive means you are doing everything that is in the order of God, and then it is much easier for your woman, your wife. And not your woman. No, you don't want to say because your woman or your girlfriend is not supposed to be submissive, guys. I'm gonna put it out there. They're not supposed to submit to you. Your fiance, your girlfriend, whoever is not submitting to you. Your wife is supposed to, as you submit to God, and you're doing everything in a godly, orderly fashion. You're handling your business.
And I think people throw that around so much that, and because of all of the, sexual stuff with submission and with the S&M, that it might be skewed. So when I think of submission, I just want to explain what I feel. I think it's respect. Like, it's not that you're bowing down to him, doing everything he tells you to do. No. What that means is that you trust and honor him as the head of your household, and that you trust that he is talking to God on your behalf, and that when you all have conversations about the way the household runs, that you trust him to make decisions on your behalf. Right. After listening to what you have to say.
And I think submission gets confused with dominating and subservient. That's
I think that's something that's
close, but it's not quite the same. Submission is, like how you said, respect, honoring, trusting, and being willing to help with decisions, but let the final decision be made by.
Right. Submitting doesn't mean you have to do all his laundry and bring his plate. Even though women, I will tell you, if you will do it, you could get some favors on the back end. Like it helps.
It does
to honor your king and fix him a plate.
It does.
You get to do other stuff.
And it also helps men that even though you know that you are the head, and even though you know she is supposed to be submissive, that you don't treat her as an underling. You don't treat her as less than. Submissive don't mean less than. At all.
Because if you marry a less than woman, excuse me, she ain't gonna be able to help you with any of your decisions.
Absolutely.
You ain't gonna be able to use her as like a good advisor.
She is an equal. She is an equal, but you are a decision maker, and that's just how you have to. To me, that's how it has to operate in order to have a successful household.
Listen to how you talk when you be talking.
See,
yeah. Why you gotta sound like that?
Hey, the God in me, baby.
Oh, is it? Did it sound like that? But go ahead.
Anyway, what steps? Oh, man, I ain't got my glasses.
Oh, we got 10 minutes. We gotta hurry up.
What steps can you take to align your marriage with God's true design? Well, like I was saying, it's submitting. The man has to submit as well. Submit to God and making sure every decision you make is followed with prayer, preceded with prayer, with thoughtfulness, with counseling from your wife, and just a very thought out, God designed execution.
What does seeking God look like for men?
Seeking God looks, well, like I said, a lot of prayer, making sure that the wife is included in, I would say, the majority, if not all, decisions. You're not just making decisions on her behalf without her knowing, unless you just know that it's supposed to be made that way. Submitting to God means seeking godly counsel, like whoever you look to as your mentor. Make sure they're also either in the Word or somebody that you trust that will lead you in seeking God. All of those things. That's what it looks like, submitting to God. Like my father is always a great example for me. He's a great mentor. So anytime I need help being a head of household, he's probably one of the first phone calls I make.
Married people, talk to happily married people.
Please
don't take advice from them. I wouldn't take that. They either single or unhappily married. Don't listen to the I wouldn't take people.
Yes.
They would take it too. Yes. They take it.
They're in your circle. You can't probably kick everybody out of the circle. To them. But please don't take.
Find somebody that enjoys being married and then talk to them.
I would agree with that. All right, today's prayer. You got to put my glasses down.
I will read it. You want to read it?
Go ahead. I want to read it.
Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna put your glasses on.
Okay.
Oh Jesus.
Thank you.
Can you see?
Yeah, I can see. Lord, thank you that you have a beautiful design for marriage. Please give us courage and grace as we learn to submit to you and your order and love. Amen.
Amen. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
Happy New Year again.
Take your glasses back off.
Oh, really?
Can't take you seriously.
Really?
Hold on.
That's it. Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year.